Hey Joel, this is Mike D from the Fittest League. I want to thank you for coming out on February 20th, 2016 to support our first winter weightlifting throwdown. So today we're going to take a look here at your 3 snatches and your 3 clean and jerks. As you can see, you're pretty intermediate lifter here. You have some great strength, great pulling capacity. We could always work on that overhead, and we could also work on just finishing that pull a little better with the legs and not early arm pulling. So we'll see here, but your start position looks pretty good. Nice long arms, elbows are out, weight in the heels and the toes. As you come through, we want to watch the bar come into the body. And you can see it kind of goes straight up, which is fine. You're nice long over the bar. Make sure those arms stay long. Drape the shoulder blades over that bar. As we get here, you start a little early of an arm pull. They start bent anyways from the start, just a little bit. But if we can really get that arm bend out of there, we might be able to actually use a better leverage on the back. Once you start to bend the bar, the hips then have to go meet the bar, and when the hips go out and meet it, what happens then is that bar goes out in front, and you're left to kind of overhead squat / tilt forward. So, that's a good power catch position. If we could really work on that hip, knee, and ankle mobility, really sitting that butt down in between the heels, staying nice and vertical. All in all, a great strong lift for your first attempt. So here's your second lift. Watch the arm bend, and that's really what I'm going to attack on the snatch here. If I can just get you to stand up taller, I'm pretty confident that bar is going to stay tighter to the body and you won't have to go out and chase it. Great speed with that one. Great job keeping the arms long. Great catch. So now we're going to go into your clean and jerks. Really the only thing I'm seeing here with the clean and jerk is, maybe just working on dropping hips a little bit in the start to allow that back to really start to get taut. That's going to allow you to have a longer first pull and really get that pull into the body. And then secondly, a little kind of an arm jerk on there once you get to the knee. So let's take a look here. There you have an early pull with your hands, but right here you start to yank on it. And if we can straighten these arms out and really put the weight of that bar in the middle of your back, like where your lats are, we can really work on just essentially deadlifting and shrugging that bar up, getting it higher onto the body, and then pulling the hands, which will accelerate you faster into the bar and give you a little better time to get underneath with your elbows fast. So if you watch here, also maybe we can work on some, some mobility to get the elbows through quicker. So maybe stretch out the lats, looking at some band distraction with the active lat stretch, getting some different internal external rotation, maybe with the voodoo bands, having a buddy, step on like the armpit, chest, and really work on just moving that shoulder in full range of motion to allow that shoulder to be mobile so it can kind of spiral itself through underneath the barbell. So now you can see here, I like to get my elbows up a little higher, but it's really a preference. The biggest thing we want to make sure is that we're not pressing with the hands off the body. We want to make sure that we're dipping and driving with our legs, staying vertical with our torso. And as you start to punch through the bar with your shoulders and wrist, that's actually you punching yourself faster underneath the barbell. So you want to really drive this bar. A good sign is to make sure when we drive the bar, if it gets to the lifter's face, usually I like to go like to the eyes, we know that the legs are really driving it off, and then a higher percentage of making that lift. So if we look here, we have you in your dip. Arms aren't moving, which is fine. Drive vertical. You get that bar all the way up to the face, and now we're splitting, so that's a pretty good drive with your legs there. And then the last part here is just making sure we're trying to really mobilize those elbows so you can get full extension. And then here we go. Get up! Yeah, bud! Okay! So Joel, it was great to watch you lift. I know young lifter here, so a lot of great potential in you. Thanks for supporting us in our first Winter Weightlifting Throwdown. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The Fittest League. Share this with all your buddies, and we look forward to seeing more of you, bud. Take care.